Hello, hello, hello! On this episode, we take you to Switzerland. Well, actually, the Bangkok version of the Swiss Michelin star restaurant, Ignev. Ignev is a brand of Michelin star restaurants from Switzerland. There are 3 of them. 2 restaurants got 2 Michelin star and 1 of them got 3. That makes it 7 from this guy, Andreas Caminada. Now the 4th one is in Bangkok. Before we magically meet him from Switzerland, let's have a look at the amuse-bouche. As you can see, each dish looks so beautiful. Mackerel wasabi with herbs. Banana shrimp tartlets. These are just snacks before the actual meal, and you can see they're so beautiful. Before we continue, please consider to like and subscribe. It will really mean a lot for us to bring you more contents like this.
In order to launch IGNIV Bangkok in the right and the proper way is, of course, to have Chef Andreas with us here tonight. And that clearly could not happen.
But with the magic of internet and FaceTime, it can.
Hi, Sawadee Krab. It's me, it's Andreas Caminada from Personal in Switzerland, in the middle of the Swiss Alps. It is our first restaurant outside Switzerland and outside Europe, and this makes it so special for me. And I would so much love to be with you tonight.
Joe Zierheisen, an organic vineyard, 2017 Grauer Burgunder. This is the German name. Normally it's called Pinot Gris.
Ooh, very strong.
Austrian guys.
Yes. All courses here are paired with wines and champagne. To be in the 2-3 Michelin star category, everything has to be perfect. From wine list, food presentation, taste, and service. Ignev only offer tasting menu sets with add-on options, including wine pairing. These are starters, many varieties on a sharing plate. This beautiful dish is the sea bass marinated in lime and dill. Very light but fragrant, the dill sauce complement the sea bass. Salmon with Petrosan caviar and creme fraiche. A beautiful combination of texture and taste. This is a familiar dish but slightly different. The beef tartare served with sunchoke puree and coarse hazelnut. It also comes with homemade potato crackers. Now this is something you'll probably never had anywhere else. It's the lettuce kimchi with smoked mayonnaise. Now I'm not a big fan of vegetables, but this one tastes great and so satisfying. After the starters, we were served bread. Now it comes with a butter mix that looks like the Swiss Alps. Usually you get the bread at the beginning of the meal, but when you get it during the meal and it's this good, you want it even more. Another vegetable dish is the tomato chives and dill. Beautiful as it looks, it tastes even better. A mixture of bitterness, sourness, and sweetness, almost like sherbet but satisfying. Next is an add-on menu, the smoked Hamashi celery. The raw fish was smoked until it's firm and dry, which gives it a more intense flavor. The topping elevates it to more complex flavors. Next is another add-on dish, the Ignev fish soup. Very hearty and satisfying, similar to a lobster bisque.
Le Bon. Le Bon means nearby bone.
Don't try this at home. You need a lot of practice to pour wine like this. Now for the mains. We have 4 coming up. Pork barbecue plum. grilled pork with sweet fragrant plum sauce. Short rib onion salsa verde, perfectly grilled with a lot of marbling. Perfect on its own, but with the sauce makes it more interesting. Pumpkin cabbage relish with black garlic. Creamy with natural sweetness from the pumpkin. It could be a really nice side dish with the short rib. Now I don't know what's gotten into me. I kind of like all the vegetable dish, even more than the meat dish. And this is no exception, the cauliflower, truffle glaze, brown butter. Usually you don't get satisfied with a vegetable dish, but the ones here make you do. For desserts, there are 5 and even more. We'll get to that at the end of the video. This is the melon pickled almond. Very light, not too sweet, with beautiful presentation. A beautiful Riesling was paired with the dessert. Oats and buckwheat, another light dessert just to get prepared for the more intense flavors dessert. This is a very interesting sorbet. Basil, white chocolate, and lime. It's hot basil. Sweet, hot, very contrasty. The chocolate souffle was cooked perfectly. Very intense flavors of chocolate. Not too sweet, which I like. It's also recommended to have it with the hot basil sherbet. Pina colada, the editable version. From a cocktail now brought into dessert form. Pineapple covered with coconut foam with a sherry jam that looks like sherry. Here is where more desserts come at. At the entrance, there's a buffet station of all the good sweets, or maybe bad if you have too much. Before you leave, you get a box to bring whatever you like to take back home. Many types of chocolates, mini cakes, macaroons, candies. There's so much, this is like an invitation to come back. And we hope we do, as the menus do change seasonally. Let's summarize this meal in the shortest way. As you already see, we really enjoyed it. The food looks amazingly beautiful and it tastes great. The service is second to none. And the wines to match makes it even better. I hope you enjoyed this video and please consider subscribing. These videos are not easy to create and we do really appreciate a like or a comment and most of all a subscribe and even ring the bell. So thank you for watching and look forward to see you on the next video.